I'm Marks coming to you from the Sachem Public Library. Welcome to the Marks for Life podcast with your hosts, Jimmy, CJ, Jared, and Joe, the Four Horsemen of Wrestling Podcast. Four casuals turned Marks wrestling fans to give you a direct line to all things in the squared circle. We pull no punches, we hit hard, and we will slam you with all the info you need to know. So, ladies and gentlemen, Marks of all ages, are you ready? Because...
You know what? You just made the list.
And welcome to this week's edition of Marks for Life Podcast. I am your host, your reigning, defending, undisputed Marks for Life Podcast predictions champion of the world, CJ. And my usual crew is not here. Joe is working, Jimmy is working, Jared is MIA. There has been a snowstorm and he might have gotten stuck. So we have a very special guest. We haven't seen her since the second annual Markies. Welcome back to the show, Alyssa. Alyssa, how are you doing today?
I'm good. Oh, look, we got a visitor. What's up, Jared?
Holy
Yo!
crap.
Anyway, I'm here too, yes.
All right, so Jared's back.
Jared just walked in.
I did it, everybody. I don't know why you guys were so late.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sure.
You got it, guys.
All right.
Full crew here. Well, sort of.
Kind of.
Headphones, get out of here.
Are you okay, Jared?
Saturday.
Saturday?
Saturday.
Right.
Long night last night?
Testing, damn it. Test. Shit.
Try again. I muted you.
Test. Hey. Hey.
What the hell?
I didn't come here for this.
You almost didn't come at all, so.
Hey. I had full intention.
Oh, hold on. Wait. All right, I figured it out.
You guys are the worst.
Listen, don't blame me. He's the one in control right now.
Hey.
Don't put this on me. Don't. Oh, what a mess of an
Test
intro.
it, yeah.
Let's go.
There we go. I had the wrong one.
God, I am so awesome.
Hey, Jared, how you doing?
I woke up. Damn it!
Hello? Yeah. All right. I rolled out of bed this morning and woke up like, oh, what a nice sleep. 10:28. Shit!
All right. So it's up to you guys. We have the list Jimmy prepared,
Oh, God.
or we could do the list that I prepared.
Can I see both?
Yeah, right?
All right. I don't have a list prepared.
Yours is just going to be Becky, A, B, C, D, and E.
No, I have Batista,
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Becky
we
Ronda,
Yeah, we got to talk about that.
Kofi,
Sure.
AEW,
Right.
And Roman Reigns.
and Roman Reigns.
What is this? These are the links.
Flip them over.
I'm on the roll today. All
Oh,
right.
Jesus.
These are the same pages. All right. This one's also. Wait, what is? All right. I'm. It's great.
Oh, my God, you're drunk. You drunk.
Not drunk.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Okay.
Are you hungover?
Maybe. I'm gonna plead the fifth on that.
You already answered. You can't plead the fifth.
What? I didn't say anything.
Okay.
NXT call. See, this is all.
Oh, yeah,
interesting.
NXT call-ups.
Call-ups. That's the other one.
Yeah, we got to talk about all this. This is all important stuff.
What about the Elimination Chamber?
Yeah, that sucked. that was.
We can skip that.
All right, next topic. Corey Graves and Carmella.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, he sucked.
I thought she sucked.
I don't know. They all
They
sucked.
both sucked.
They both sucked.
There's the reason why 69 is a thing that exists. That's why they both sucked.
All right, there we go.
Sorry.
Do we talk about Hall
Sorry,
of
was that
Fame?
too much?
Nah.
To really talk about all of it, we should talk about the Chamber because, it is a pay-per-view. And on the road to WrestleMania. Don't look at me like that. We should say something about this.
Just
It happened.
just
It
say
did.
It's a quick thing.
It did. And Finn Balor has a belt, which is good.
Sasha and Bailey have a belt.
See,
Yes.
these are good that Kofi got even more over. These are good
The
things.
Usos have a belt.
Right, yeah, I guess.
Getting drunk with the police nets you a belt.
Right. Because that's...
He was drunk, but at least he wasn't driving, so it's okay. He wasn't the one driving.
He just took his shirt off and
Yeah, he tried to square it up with a cop.
squared
That
with
was the
a
dumb
cop.
part.
The cop's taking out the taser and Vince is like, that deserves a title.
He did the same exact thing when his brother got a DUI
Yeah,
last
he did.
year.
Yeah, he did.
So I don't
He
know why
did.
you expected anything different, Jared.
'Cause, I don't have to come back for that. Maybe I'll give you one later in the
Come
show.
on.
Good job, Vince.
Get
Good
at
job.
me.
We're proud of you.
Too far. I can't get
Good
it.
job. Good job, Prince. Good job, Vince. So I watched Fighting with My Family.
How was it?
It was actually really good.
was
It got good reviews. I heard
yeah.
it was really good.
I liked it. I thought it was hilarious. I love Nick Frost as the father because he's just a hilarious dude.
Hysterical.
It made me want to rewatch the Paige debut because now I'm questioning whether I was right or wrong because I'm watching it and they were going over the Paige debut. And by the way, Zelina Vega's in there.
Yeah,
she's
AJ
playing
Lee.
AJ Lee.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that, and I'm like, holy shit, she actually looked kind of like AJ Lee, but
And
just tan.
Yeah, she kind of has the mannerisms. She kind of sounded like her a little bit. The only issue I had with it is why didn't you just put her in her gear if you were just going to use her?
Yeah, that's another thing. The gear was weird, the way they did the gear.
They put her in Zelina Vega gear. That's what they did. They should
Yeah.
have put her in AJ Lee gear, which is literally just jean shorts.
And also the
and
comp.
a crop
I don't
top.
think anyone really like. I don't know how
There
many.
was some people that cared.
What, really? There was some- I
there was
don't-
some people that cared.
I'll get over. it.
Well, also Paige kind of came out in like a leather vest type of thing,
Yeah,
a la fucking with Tamina.
Good job, you got that.
Thank you. But the commentary also bugged me a lot, like the Michael Cole commentary, because it sounded straight out of 2K19, and I'm
Really?
just, what a maneuver! I'm like, son of a bitch.
What's
So-
wrong with the commentary on the 2K games?
They sound very robotic.
I
know.
But yeah, it was fun.
Oh,
It was a very good time. I enjoyed the movie a lot. I can understand why it got great reviews because it was very funny. It makes me want to rewatch the Paige debut. They didn't go into what was it? They didn't go much into her NXT Women's Championship title, but they went into her debut and
Mother's air. All right, there it is.
Jared, I think that might be just the mic at this point.
Is it? I'm on, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you're on.
All right.
But great movie. Highly suggested. Vince Vaughn has a great nickname called Sex Tape. 'Cause apparently he makes people famous.
So he's Xavier Woods. Got it.
Oh,
I was about to say Hulk Hogan.
All right.
Oh no.
But yeah, good time.
Okay,
All right. We should get to all those topics.
Yeah,
There's a
all
lot
right.
of those topics.
All right, so
Try to.
number 1 on Jimmy's to-do list, Elimination Chamber quick recap.
Yeah, we did that already. Go to the next one.
Yeah,
All right.
that's fine.
Part 1, Section 2, recapping Raw and Smackdown.
Right.
-1, NXT call-ups.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
So we're going 2 weeks back. Fuck Lafayette. Lafayette, whatever you want to call him.
Yes.
Fuck them. Joe said to me in his honor, I need to rant about this.
Yes.
Jared, your mic's off.
God, mother's ass. No, wait, no, it's not.
No.
Now it's off.
Now it's gone.
Hello. Damn it. The energy. Hello. Oh, thank God. It was on, you dick. Is it still? Yeah, it's good. We have so much editing to do.
Oh my god.
I don't know how to edit, so it's just going to be like
This podcast is already a mess. You might as well just leave it all.
All right.
That's what we usually do. I don't know what
Okay.
editing Jimmy does.
All right.
All right, so Lafayette.
Yeah, fuck that.
Fuck Lafayette.
No, but seriously. Triple H comes out. He's like, "We got some NXT surprise." I'm like, "All right." I'm interested. Then you get the 4 best guys, and Lafayette's like,
Yeah.
Gargano, Ciampa. Wait, what? DIY? I'm freaking out. And then
Aleister Black's Moody.
yeah, they're just like, yeah.
Oh God! Please don't bring up the fact that Michael called Aleister Black moody. That was the worst.
No, I think
It made me angry.
The thing that pissed me off the most is Gargano's DDT, which is his finish. That finishes things, along with the Gargano escape. That beat Ricochet. Now, granted, he had to, give him the old on the cement, and there was a lot of stuff in that match. But I digress. And all Michael Cole said was, "And there's the DDT." And I'm saying, wait a minute, that ends things.
Remember?
That's important.
It's just like the Royal Rumble match between the Bar and Shane O'Miz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went into that too, and it was just like, and 1, 2, oh, he kicked out. That
Like that finishes things. That's supposed to end the match, and it didn't. And
You mean the skull crushing
and
finale, right?
And that's exciting.
You were talking about
No,
Miz's finisher, or?
no. The Bar hit like their double team maneuver
the white
Oh.
noise from the top rope.
yeah,
to
okay.
finish the match, and I'm just like that finishes things, and I just hear Michael Cole and double team. It's like, wait a minute, that's supposed to finish this.
Oh my God.
Thanks, Michael. Yeah, I mean, it was better this week. They themselves are amazing. Like, they haven't done anything wrong. They're amazing. All 4 of them are just absolutely amazing.
They should never be called up.
They shouldn't have been
I
called
agree,
up.
but
Like,
you knew it was coming.
Listen, if you were gonna call them up, at least wait a couple of weeks. You were gonna be in Philly soon.
Yeah, I mean,
You could have
Or
waited.
Atlanta.
Literally anywhere but Lafayette.
yeah,
Even New Orleans and SmackDown they were better there.
Yeah,
You could have waited.
I'm just very worried. And supposedly there's this whole rumor that Vince is trying to prove Triple H wrong by booking them poorly. Just so he's
Oh, my
like,
God.
Hunter, you're right. Or I was right.
Yeah.
And like, I don't.
I fucking hate Vince.
Yeah,
McMahon.
I'm really
I
worried.
can't.
I'm really worried about. I've been worried about this like the whole. Like when they announced like the first round of the calls, like EC3. I'm like, all right, this all works. Like we can figure this out. He's
Yeah.
big. He's got muscles. I'm like, these guys are technicians. Like none of this is gonna work.
And they fucked him up
They fucked.
because he's a flexing mute.
I kind of except for the mute part. I knew
Yeah.
I knew the flexing was coming.
I mean, I don't mind the flexing. It's just you're a mute. Why?
Because
Literally, the best part of him is he talks really well, better than he wrestles. So why are you not letting him talk?
I don't know.
Because Vince likes his body.
That's why Lacey Evans just comes out and
That
shuts
is
his stuff.
Oh
killing me.
my
What are
God.
we doing?
What is
Act like a lady. Am I the only one wishing that she trips as she's walking down that ramp?
Oh my
Just to
God.
give me something. Even Michael Cole is like, and as soon as Lacey Evans is done doing whatever she's doing, we're gonna get a match. Like, oh, I don't. And you hear supposedly she's gonna be booked to the moon.
To face Asuka.
Yeah,
Right.
Vince loves her.
because she's tall and blonde, but
And
you
she-
gotta do something with her though.
At least Charlotte's tall, blonde, and talented. We don't even know if Lacey Evans is talented yet.
Oh my goodness! Because when was the last time we've seen her in a wrestling ring? Was it
Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble, right?
Yeah.
And she wasn't bad. She was.
She started off pretty bad, but
I-
she got better
I
up until she got eliminated.
I think it would have been better to put Rhea Ripley in Lacey Evans' spot rather than Lacey Evans in Lacey Evans' spot.
yeah.
But
I didn't mind Lacey Evans being
I don't-
in it because we needed to see her in the ring, but we saw her in the ring, and now she's just never in the ring. I don't. Nah, I'm missing it.
And neither are any of the other January call-ups.
Heavy machine.
And then, unfortunately, Lars Sullivan is still MIA right now.
That
So
guy.
I think they're just gonna end up putting him after Mania.
That's just a sad. That's really just a sad story.
Yeah, I feel-
because
I-
I mean, I mean,
I had high hopes for Lars actually.
I know, but the poor guy's probably like, all right, so welcome to WWE, and you're gonna have a main event push, and you're gonna beat John Cena.
yes.
Like, poor guy.
It really
I
is.
mean. I really hope he gets better. Supposedly WWE has actually handled that really well. Thank God.
Took him long enough, motherfuckers.
Yeah, but I mean, you got heavy machinery. You got where Tucker Knight I think forgot his lines backstage. This
You mean
week.
Tucker
Yeah, right.
Tucker and Otis.
and Otis?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
You know, anyone ever think of like the guy from what was it, Barnyard or whatever, the cow movie and everything like that?
Sure,
You know how his name was Otis?
sure.
I just feel like that's gonna end up being a thing.
Oh no! Why would
Back at the Barnyard, that's what it was called.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, they're gonna
Why-
put him in a cow costume.
Why would you?
They're gonna do that.
Why would you put that?
They're gonna do it.
No.
Oh my God, that's actually genius.
Oh no! Why would you?
Like majority of the
That
time,
idea out
CJ
there.
says something like that, I'm just like, CJ, you idiot. That's not gonna. This is gonna happen. This is 100% gonna
It's
happen.
probably gonna happen.
Oh no, he's in. A
As
cow.
he's shouting stakes and weights, Tucky.
Oh no.
That's gonna. That's not.
Shit. Let's get to the next topic.
I don't.
Um,
I don't want
Becky
any
and
of
Ronda.
that. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
They're not fans of each other on social media.
All right, so who's
Oh.
at fault here? Because WWE is hating their Twitter beef right now
Well,
because
Only because there was a bunch of bad naughty
by
words.
Ronda.
Well-
This is all by Ronda. Ronda's
Okay.
calling Becky's armbar fake.
Fake, yep.
She's like, I'm gonna beat the living shit out of you.
Yup.
You're pulling the arm like you're pulling the dick you never had.
That you wish you had.
that you wish you had.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like this is more on Ronda's side than Becky's.
I think WWE knows what's going on. That's what I think.
Of course they do. It's on social media.
Well, no.
They have to approve some of this, though.
I really don't think because we don't know for sure WWE's pissed. That's a lot of rumors going on. I feel like this is the main event at WrestleMania. I really don't think anyone would try to jeopardize that without WWE knowing. I feel like this whole point is maybe we're trying to transition into, everyone loves Becky anyway. Everyone hates Ronda because she's not Becky. Why not have Ronda take a jab at the business a little bit? I think I think that WWE knows exactly what's going on. That's my guess, and that's what I think. If they don't, well, that would suck. But I think they do. I
Yeah.
think they do know what's going on, like 100%. I really do. I just don't think that Ronda would be like, fuck this business. I'm gonna jeopardize the main event. Like I don't see it happening. I think this whole thing is planned.
I'm liking Becky's like Kill Bill style right now, just literally coming out and trying to murder everyone.
Yeah, I know CJ you loves every inch of Becky. I think we're starting to. The whole point, it's so predictable right now. We know Becky's getting inserted. Why not make?
How is she gonna get inserted though? Because Fastlane's already pretty much been booked.
I mean, Ronda did vacate the title.
Yeah, this can all.
And that's pretty much. I guess that's how they're gonna get Becky back in.
They're ham-fisting this whole story,
They really
so
are.
they're just gonna finish it. Why is Becky still on TV? In my opinion, you need to keep her off so people start missing her and doubting that she's gonna show up.
Yeah.
Honestly, and it's nothing against Becky. She's been fantastic, but we're kind of jostling towards that Roman territory.
I think, I'm gonna agree with that one. I think having her pop up every once in a while, like having her pop up at a live event, that was great. Having her pop up at I think this past week was great, but having her pop up also
she's been here every week. I don't think she hasn't missed a week this time, so she's also on Raw and SmackDown. She should have done the Smack with Triple H and staff, then Charlotte take her place, and then she's gone. Then we should not have seen her again until whatever, a week before.
Or have her pop up again at live events where no one's gonna see her.
I really would have her go dark because then the fans are like, oh shit, like where the hell's people may start talking about her injury.
Or,
like that's what gets people.
Or what about having her like a Sting type of thing back in WCW back in '97 where he would just like show up randomly, like you wouldn't know when he would pop up. It wouldn't be like expected weekly.
You see, that would work if there was just more time.
Yeah,
like all this started like a month before Mania, so it's like we don't really have a sporadic. You know what I mean? Like I really think she should be going dark because now no one's taking this seriously. Everyone knows Becky's gonna get it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like everyone knows. And again, this is nothing against Becky, but we're jostling hard on Roman. What was it, Roman Brock, where Roman got quote suspended but kept showing up, and everyone knew what was gonna happen. Like we're jostling on that territory. We have to leave her out for a while, but I don't know. Yep. This whole thing has been. The match is gonna be amazing, but this whole thing has been.
I think it's very intense, but it might be borderline like too much.
They're doing a little bit too much.
It's forced.
They need to pump the handbrakes.
It's absolutely
bit.
forced. It's absolutely forced. It just doesn't really. It's like they're jostling from like, is she here? Oh, this is fun, and now, oh my god! Like it's just the intensity. There's no tone here. The intensity level is all messed up. Charlotte just keeps walking out, speaking for 10 minutes and leaving.
I'm enjoying Charlotte's role in all this.
She's very good. She's very good. I'm just saying that. All she's been doing lately is just she'll walk out, she'll have a promo for 10 minutes about how she's the queen and she's better than everyone else, and then she leaves. And I feel.
But now she's gonna get rewarded the title. I feel like that'd be a really cool twist in all this.
Chances are
Becky get rewarded the title on Raw, and then Becky's gonna show up.
Chances are Becky's gonna walk out, and it's just man. Then Ronda's gonna walk out, and then eventually Triple H is gonna be like, you know what? Screw my dad. Triple threat. And everyone's like, yes.
Yay.
I didn't see this coming. The whole thing's been.
I think regardless, it's going to be a rewarding journey.
100%. Until Charlotte was. But before...
Son of a bitch. Jared!
It's coming.
Remember the last time you bet on Charlotte?
When did I bet? Which was... Oh, yeah, the Royal Rumble, right?
You lost this.
I still stand by that she should have won the Rumble.
No, you're 100% right.
She should have won the Rumble.
She should have.
They should have Daniel Bryan this. They're Roman Reignsing it. They need to Daniel Bryan it, where they make everyone so angry that Becky isn't
I think they're doing a Daniel Bryaning it too,
Ish.
but like forcing a Daniel Bryan.
It's more Roman Reigns than Daniel Bryan, and that's not good.
I'm just waiting for Mania. I'm just waiting for Mania.
Where Charlotte wins 100%.
Stop it. All right. Speaking of another Daniel Bryan story, we got Kofi Kingston. Everybody.
Woo! And he's not in the match.
Yeah, Kevin.
He's not in the Fastlane match.
Yeah, he's not in the Fastlane match.
I'm curious. The whole rumor was Kofi at Fastlane, Owens at Mania. So they're either flipping it, triple threat. We'll make.
Let's just stay cautiously optimistic and say that they're just switching it. Cautiously optimistic.
I feel like.
Do you think it should have been Owens versus Bryan at Mania?
Yes.
Okay,
it's really what I think, and or a triple threat. I don't see how Owens can lose this.
I blame
match.
Ali.
Oh yeah.
If he didn't get injured, it would have been fine. KO would have won the title at Mania.
Right.
Ali would have been. But the thing is, I think either way, it wasn't gonna be Owens and Mania because I think they probably would have reacted to Ali in the same regard they reacted to Kofi. going that hour distance.
I think they would have liked. I think they would have liked Kofi more for sure, just because of he's a veteran and with the New Day. I think.
Yeah.
I think he would have got more over. They love.
Yeah.
I think Ali's great, but I think Kofi is a veteran. He knows the business more. The New Day.
He's already basically established.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if they would have liked Ali as much as they are behind Kofi right now. I'm sure they would have loved him.
Right.
Because I sure as hell love him, but I don't know if they would have liked him as much as Kofi right now.
Especially because the New Day is so over. Like
I
I just think that's propelling.
They had that mainstream appeal that'll get them to get eyes on WrestleMania.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how they're gonna do this, which I guess is how it should be.
You can have Sami Zayn return and cost Kevin Owens a match.
Yeah, we don't know if he's heel or fit. Right. But by the end of WrestleMania, I don't think Daniel Bryan should be having this title anymore.
No.
I don't think Kofi.
No more championship.
I have not liked it since it began.
I know.
No.
He's been a strong I hate Daniel Bryan's eco gimmick.
Not
Why? That's
I
like the
just-
best thing.
I just think all he's doing is liberal and fickle and the consumption. And dude, I don't give a crap.
That's exactly why it's working. You hate him.
No, I don't hate I'm not angry about I'm just like, dude, just get off my I'm fast forwarding. I shouldn't be fast forwarding.
I thought you were about to say, I'm going to fast food, leave me alone.
I do that, but I don't do it out of spite. I think it's just I get it. You're supposed to devalue it and Rowan and I just think the whole thing.
You're just really mad about Rowan. I think that's what it's really coming down to.
No, because he didn't like it before Rowan got
right.
there.
I didn't like it. I never liked it.
Even I knew that, man.
I never liked it. I just never liked it. Joe hasn't liked it either. I just haven't been behind it. I felt like when it first started and he was just a dick. I'm like, all right, we're in business. He low blowed, but then he starts talking about. Then he's going so hard on this consumption thing, and I don't care. I don't care. Just be a dick. Be a dick.
He is being a dick. He's being a vegan dick.
Right. He's
being a vegan environmentalist dick.
He's being a limp dick. He needs to be a strong dick.
That's what Rowan's for.
No, we don't need a limp dick and then a strong dick to compensate for said limp dick. One strong wiener is what we need here.
I've never seen anyone this angry over
I
this.
really hope no one takes any of this out of context and was listening the entire time.
Oh, no,
I didn't
someone
just
will.
jump in the middle. Yeah, be like, hey, I'm going to listen to Marks for Life podcast. Strong wiener. Click.
There goes our 5 viewers.
Yeah, right. There goes. No, 4, because Alyssa's here, so.
Oh, shit. Hi.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, I need this whole thing to end.
This podcast is a mess
like
right
this-
now.
the
This
whole-
is actually usual. This is actually on point
Yeah,
right
I'm
now.
going to be honest. We're pretty on point right now.
Oh, okay.
This is
This is what happens when Jimmy and Joe aren't here. Jared and I just let loose. Actually,
Yeah.
whenever Jimmy's not here, when it's just like 2 people, it's really like we let loose. The thing is, you're here, so it's like very throwing off too. So we're trying to figure out.
Well, because me and CJ are like the alphas. Like, we talk a ton.
It's really bad because Jimmy and Joe try to get a word in, and it's like. And we realize this too. That's why we're saying it on air. We realize
we
it.
100%. But there's times that we'll breathe, and once we breathe, we'll I'll say to myself, I'm gonna look at Jim, I'm gonna look at Joe. None of them make any attempt to speak.
And then they'll
"All
start
right."
to speak, and then you'll just go
Yeah.
off. I'm just like, Jimmy, you gotta get quicker than
You gotta
that.
get aggressive.
Oh,
There's 4 of us.
You gotta be faster than that.
Yeah, gotta be quicker than that. All right,
Yeah.
so let's get.
So
to
we're
the-
trying to like this is how we usually are with Jimmy and Joe, but you're also keeping pace. That's good.
I'm trying. This is my first one where we're not doing the markies and we're taking turns talking.
We're not even taking turns. We're just like
I know.
whoever gets the mic first.
Yeah,
know.
no, this is war. This is not like.
No. But that first podcast when we were all taking turns, it was a lot easier. Now I'm trying to keep up with the 2 of you.
It's really hard. Strong dick.
Right.
Strong dick.
That's just how we need to end this.
Strong
Let's
dick
go to
and
the
limp
next
dick.
topic.
What do we have here next?
I don't know.
Title opportunities being stripped by Vince. Okay, we went over that.
Right.
basically.
All right, I'm gonna skip the next number 2 hyphen, and we're gonna go to Hall of Fame. DX and Honky Tonk Man.
Yeah.
Yay?
Sure.
sure.
Yay? Nay?
I mean-
Honky Tonk Man.
He's been talking shit about that Hall of Fame for a while, so I guess they finally decided,
Really?
okay, yeah, no, yeah.
Has Honky Tonk Man been talking some shit?
He's been talking shit about the Hall of Fame mainly, saying how it's just a sham,
I
basically.
thought that was superstar Billy Graham.
No, well, that might have been him.
I think he's been
I'm
doing
pretty sure
it.
he's been doing it, but
Graham wanted to give away his ring because this is bullshit.
Yeah, no, Honky Tonk Man has been talking shit, and I guess he stopped, so WWE is like, yeah, sure, you can be in now.
But DX, good for them.
Yeah, the
Good
big
and finally China.
right.
Yay.
That's the big story here.
Oh,
That's
Jewish walking in now.
yeah, that's me. I'm Jewish.
Ish.
Jewish.
But
That's good. I like that.
I'm happy about DX. I'm really happy about that. You know, Xbox gets in there. Shawn Michaels gets a second ring. Triple H gets in there.
A lot earlier than I expected.
A lot
Hey,
earlier,
whatever.
yeah.
I
I think this is really coming down to China because
Right.
they had to get China in somehow.
Right. That's what this is. I mean, we knew like Triple H can get in on his own merit. You know what I mean? Like this
Same with Billy Gunn.
Yeah, this is.
Oh,
Wait a second. How is Billy Gunn gonna work if he's in AEW right now?
He'll show
they'll
up.
probably. He's still probably going to show
Oh,
up. They're
he's
just
gonna show
not
up.
going to mention it,
He's
or
gonna show up.
they'll probably, he'll secretly mention some AEW shit while on stage because
He's gonna come out in a
he's
t-shirt.
that petty.
He's gonna come out in a t-shirt.
Yes.
What's he gonna say? The Road Dogg, Jesse James.
The All Elite Billy Gunn.
Yeah, right.
No, but China deserves this. China really does.
Do we think that like because there's a debate going around that this was like half-assed and she should have been put in on her own? And what do we think about this?
I think this is the best way to do it because I agree with Triple H. She should. It's kind of difficult to put her in, especially after all of her porn shit.
Well,
I'm gonna be out there with that.
Listen, lots of people have done porn shit.
But a lot of people didn't.
X-Pac included.
Yeah, that's another thing too. That's the only way X-Pac's getting in too, because
But even so, he was paraded around on TV shows. Like, was he on Raw 1000? I think.
yeah, but
He was.
They just
But
parade
also-
him around,
but the question-
they don't have any problem talking about him.
Well, the question is though, can X-Pac actually get in alone? Would you put X-Pac?
Oh no,
in
because he
right.
didn't have much
Right.
to do
That's
during
so even though he messed around with stuff, this was the only way to get him just because of China. If not for her past, could have gotten in alone for sure.
between the porno thing and her relationship with Triple H and Stephanie,
I think is more of the issue.
I think
more than
all
the
of
porn.
this is. I think it's sad and not. I think this is probably the only way.
but it's the I think they're also going to celebrate her career alone while they're doing it too.
Right. I hope they do this right.
I think they're going to.
because they had like that whatever the video package and they showed China and even Triple H right at the end of announcing everyone said China like brought up China out loud. Like it's a good start. I want to see what they do with this. I know. I think Jimmy was wishing for more, but we'll see.
Jimmy always wishes for more.
Fair enough, but we'll see what happens. I'm happy about it. I hope she gets something, but I do know that this is
a
probably-
long time coming.
and this is probably the best we're gonna get. And
I'll take it.
But you know what
I'm
pisses me off about this more than anything? You know who's not in DX? Rick fucking Rude.
yeah,
Right.
Well, he's
Dead.
Right. Well, I know that you
Wow.
sick animal.
Oh my god.
It's been a while since you called me that.
Yeah, you're right. All right.
When was the last time? Dean Ambrose versus Finn Balor?
I don't know. I've called you a sick animal for I think the ultimate sick animal is when Jimmy wanted Ruby Riott
Oh,
put Natalya through the Jim Neidhart table. that was the ultimate sick animal.
because
We were
even I'm saying like Jimmy. That's some.
we're doing predictions, and everyone's like Natalya, Ruby Riott. What?
And he's like saying WWE's gonna do is like we
Like this can't happen.
with this. There's physically no way this should happen, and thank God Jimmy was wrong. But
Oh my god.
Rick Rude deserves to go in on his own. Rick Rude was a good part of DX.
Of like the original
Yeah.
DX.
Yeah, he should have been in there.
Yeah.
But
If he's not going in now, I don't know when he'll go in.
I don't know either.
Like if it's not now, it's
And where's
probably-
Hornswoggle?
No.
Shut
You
your-
shut the
yeah,
fuck
shut
up.
the hell up.
You shut up right now.
All right. So we got Hall of Fame, we got NXT, we got Raw and SmackDown and titles and stuff. Another big thing I want to bring up before we get into the big thing, AEW.
Okay.
Yeah. What about it?
Pick.
No,
what,
just-
what are we talking?
Well, a couple
about
things. They did partner up with Culture City. I'm not sure if you guys heard about it.
Yep.
I know you heard about it because I brought it up with you prior to the show.
Mm-hmm.
So Culture City, Jared, it's
Is this the censor thing we're
Yeah.
talking? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a sensory thing for people with PTSD, autism, anxiety, all that stuff. So they'll get like a bag, so this way their sensors don't get overloaded. And AEW also announced their second show, Fight for the Fallen, which is going to be in Jacksonville in July, and it's going and a large amount of money from the gate is going to go towards victims of gun violence in Orlando. So I'd like to ask your guys' opinions on AEW and where they stand as a wrestling company going forward with all this progressive stuff.
I think they're going to be the most progressive
Inclusive
company out there for sure. I mean, they're already saying that women and men are getting very close to equal pay, if not equal pay. Supposedly, something came out about Kenny Omega. One of the reasons he was leaving in New Japan was because that they were kind of separating men and women, and Omega didn't really like that. Now, I get it because New Japan really treats it like a sport, and in like the NBA, you don't have women and men, you have separate leagues. So that's kind of what New Japan was.
But the follow up with that is New Japan doesn't even have any women on the roster,
because they have their own separate female. I think it's called Stardom.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah,
they're because they are very much like not as much entertainment and more like really like sport oriented. So, but I guess Omega really wanted like a little more inclusive type thing.
Yeah.
You know? So
maybe having women on the same card.
Right. No, for sure. That's exactly right. Like I think one of the last cards, Omega was like, I want women on this card, and New Japan's like, we're not going to do that. And I see the argument for both. I don't think New Japan is doing this out of like not.
I think it's out of tradition and culture.
I think it's that, and I also think it's just because they really, really want their wrestling to be very much sport and not entertainment, and they really want to separate because you think about in real sports, like again in basketball, you're not having women and men play together. You're having the NBA, you have the WNBA, and I think they're just trying to split it like that.
The counter argument that was UFC. UFC has men and women on the same card, and women have case in point Ronda Rousey,
Right.
Chris
100%.
Cyborg.
Yep.
You know.
Well, Cyborg is like a man. That she's an animal, but that's.
But I'm just saying, they.
I mean, you got to remember for the longest time, Dana White didn't want any women in there.
Well, that was Rousey.
And Rousey basically broke him.
What was that? That was in 2015, 2014, where she got her real start. So that was about 5 years ago. And in that time, WWE has become more progressive. So now it looks like New Japan.
It's not necessarily that they're not progressive. They're just, it's like you said, they're set in their ways. They have their ways. They want it to be, and they want it to be a different product. They don't want to compete with the entertainment of who can compete with the entertainment factor of WWE? No one. Absolutely no one. You cannot measure that. That's just who they are. So, and now you got All Elite. They kind of have their own thing. So New Japan is probably trying to carve out their own niche in the sport part of the entertainment. And Omega's like, that's not really me. I want women on the card. And so I think that with all this, the censor thing, and I think they're definitely going to be the most progressive company out there for sure.
And they're doing a lot of good. And this is another thing I want to bring up. The fact that they're doing all this too, victims to gun violence, inclusive with the sensory as well as transgender and stuff. I feel like that's really good marketing as well. And I think, and it's stuff they believe in as well, I hope. But this is also going to be really good business practice too, because they're going to get a lot of investors too, because investors will love to see this. It's just good marketing.
Yeah.
I'm
curious.
Hopefully they don't go too far with their marketing, because you know how WWE is. Like, they give one person that's like, we're going to use Sonya Deville as an example. She's openly lesbian.
Right.
They'll have her like on the front page of like Good Morning America.
That's what I was going to say.
As like a PR stunt. Like,
WWE has forced women really it's forced what they've been like you notice anytime a woman and a man are in the ring, like except for Nia Jax in the Rumble, but I don't that's
James Ellsworth and Becky Lynch.
It's just
Asuka and Becky Lynch.
It's just if you notice
Asuka and James Ellsworth.
If you notice, every time there's a man and a woman in the ring, the woman kills them. Like WWE don't even want to go near a man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's so forced. I'm curious to see if AEW can be like, it's okay. Like if you want to have a man and a woman in the same ring, a woman could take a bump. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing wrong with that. But WWE doesn't even want to go near. And I get it. You want to protect yourself. You don't even want to take the risk of. But for me, it wasn't. It's.
But
not,
my thing is, if you don't want to take the risk, then just don't have these intergender matches.
Yeah.
Because it's not. Every time I see an intergender match in WWE, I'm like, all right, I know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, women's gonna win.
The women's
The women's gonna kill. Like, it's not even gonna be close.
And I hate those kinds of ham-fisted.
Yeah, it's so
I
forced.
hate it.
It's so forced because WWE's trying to be so rah-rah women. It's so every time they have a new pay-per-view, every woman has to be in the ring. Every woman has to be on, the stage area.
Yep.
And everyone, and Steph has to come out. Triple H, Vince.
Well,
everyone has
Stephanie
to come out.
has to put herself over as the
Well,
person who came up with freaking Women's Evolution.
Well, they're starting to run out of stuff.
Yeah.
I think the WrestleMania one is the last thing, and I remember we were talking about that. I was like, once they get the first out of the way, then we're really going to see the evolution of
You
women.
mean the first ever
They'll find more.
historic? Because they
Yes,
love doing
yes.
that a lot.
You do know Queen
You
of the
missed the
Ring
first.
and Queen of
First
the
ever.
Ring is coming too.
Oh, it
Yeah,
is.
Queen of the Ring.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but they're gonna bring everyone on the stage again.
Yeah.
We are so proud of all of
And-
you. We know.
And let's face it, they're mostly doing that because that Saudi show is coming up as well.
We get
don't
it,
even-
Mom. You're
don't even-
proud.
Don't even start with that.
Like I don't
Saudi
like
Arabia
let's
stuff.
face it, that's what Evolution was. It was just a nice little soft little cushion PR stunt before they freaking went to
Hey,
Crown Jewel.
hey, I enjoyed that show.
Listen, I'm glad you did. And this is what I wanted to mention last time I was here. I'm glad you guys give a shit about women's wrestling, and I'm glad that the wrestlers give a shit about women's wrestling. I just want WWE to actually give a shit about women's wrestling.
I'm just excited for all elites wrestling.
Yes.
You know what it is? I think everyone cares about it. I think this is all Vince just forcing it.
Yeah.
I think he knows, because let's be honest, whether it's forced or not, and it is forced, but he's making so much money off it.
Yeah.
He's making so much money. You can say whatever you want about Vince McMahon, but my God, is he a businessman? And he just knows how to make the money. As dumb as it can look on screen, he just knows how to make money. He's just so good at it. It's just what he knows how to do. It's similar to Trump before, the whole presidency. He knows how to make money. Even now as a president, he knows money. He will always know money. These guys, whether you love them or hate them, and what they do, and whether it's respectful, whether it's right, guess what comes out of it? Dollars. And that's what Vince McMahon will always do. He will always sacrifice respect for money.
Morals.
And morals
There you
for
go.
money. He will do it every time. He really, really will. Even if something like good in moral in like a good moral compass match comes out of this, it's still gonna make, like, he does that because it's making money.
Yeah.
You know, he's not necessarily doing it because it's right. He's doing it because it's gonna make money. And that's what's going on with the women. And he's shoving it down our gullets, like we're all so proud of you, because he sees the money that rolls in. And you gotta give it to him in that sense. He knows what he's doing.
That's about it, though. But I don't want it so ham-fisted.
Well, you're gonna get it.
I know.
It's just
Listen,
it's never gonna
we're
end.
freaking. I know, and I don't know how we got to this conversation because we were talking about AEW.
Because
Women.
the progressive.
Women. Okay,
Women.
there you go. I
Women.
forgot.
Yeah, this is all your fault.
What did I do? I didn't do
You're a woman.
nothing. My bad. Shit. Damn.
Anyways,
Next topic.
So Jimmy has on here AEW new signings.
Nah.
Bea Priestley was signed, who's like the partner for Will Ospreay.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Will Ospreay and his contract's coming up in like May 2019, so he could come to AEW realistically. He also has on here WWE Possibles, Ty Dillinger, and TJP, who were recently released as well.
It's not.
I mean, I don't. Maybe Ty Dillinger because
No, actually, Ty Dillinger is coming to the Long Island area. He's coming to Create a Pro Wrestling. Plug.
there you go. All right.
Yay.
May 31st. His name is Sean Spears.
Yeah, he went back. Isn't that like his old name?
Yeah. But yeah, he's actually coming May 31st. He's coming to, I believe it's Hempstead? Hempstead or Hicksville, one of the H's. But yeah, he's coming back, Create a Pro Wrestling. It's actually really, it's been a wrestling company here for the past 5 years. They didn't sponsor me. I just know a dude that wrestles for them. Funny dude. His name's Steven. He's part of the tag team, the Even Stevens.
Let's get that sponsor. We're not going to do this for free the whole time.
Yeah, my plug, please. But yeah, he's coming there, so I don't know if he is, but like Create a Pro Wrestling's also Kurt Hawkins' wrestling promotion. His wrestling academy too. So it's really cool.
How to lose 200 straight matches by Kirk.
300, good sir.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
But
I don't think he's
TJP,
up
I
to
think, is the
300.
bigger question. I don't know. I heard TJP has a lot of backstage heat, especially getting tattoos just out of the blue.
I think that, because we talked about this with Hideo Itami, I think all of this is kind of in the same realm of, it was very mutual between everyone. Itami had his injury issues, and it just wasn't, he wasn't getting over, he wasn't very good on the mic, and he had to leave. leave.
Ty Dillinger's like that too.
Ty Dillinger, who I think I feel bad about because no, seriously, because
No, I know.
if you read it on social media, he was so respectful of WWE. He did not say anything wrong. You recognize that there's so many talented wrestlers on the roster, and he just got pushed down. And he's just like, I gotta do what's best for me. This is nothing against WWE. I just gotta do what's best for me.
Yeah.
Now, TJP is kind of the opposite. Like you said, he's been causing some trouble because you say to yourself, TJP is super talented. He was the first Cruiserweight champion. So why did he leave? And then you realize...
He's a dick.
Right.
A limp dick.
Yeah, not a strong dick. Let's not start this again.
Wait, can this be the episode?
He
Like the
needs
name of the
rowing.
episode? Strong Dick.
There you go. And also Arn Anderson.
Wait,
also
please do it.
left.
Please do it for real, Al. Please do it.
I will. No promises. I will try. But yeah, Arn Anderson got pushed out too. That's upsetting.
Well,
after a screaming match allegedly with Vince McMahon.
And supposedly there's been many of them, and I see both arguments here every time that like Arn Anderson would have had someone in the script, like say heading it to Seth Rollins for whatever example. Seth Rollins would look and be like, "This is shit," and I would just be like, "I know, just read it." Like you can't, like you can't do that. You just can't do that.
I miss Arn.
Yeah, because now you lose Arn, and now Bruce Pritchard is back now.
Apparently, he's a yes man.
And he's a yes man. He's Vince's yes man, which is basically why
Yeah,
Vince
you
brought him
don't-
back. Arn wasn't.
You don't want a yes, but Arn was too much pushback. It really was. He needed to just.
Do you see Arn going to AEW as a backstage role?
I don't think so.
he's just gonna sit in his chair until Vince hires him in a year.
Vince, you still mad? Give me another week.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah, I
You
really.
fucker.
That my honest review, I think he's gonna come back. He's Arn Anderson. Like he's gonna come back. That's just what I think. But it was too much. Too many screaming matches. I supposedly there's been numerous times where Vince is like, you got to stand by the script. You're not a wrestler. And whether the script is good or bad, and I'm sure this has been some bad ones thrown Arn's way, you have to at least
Baron Corbin.
You have to at least somewhat stand by. You can't push back that much. He pushed back way too much.
But Vince is also tyrannical in that regard too.
100%.
Oh, absolutely.
That's why him
100%.
and Paul Heyman had a lot of issues too.
Yes, I completely agree. And like I said, I'm sure the scripts were bad, but
Which is curious because Eric Bischoff and Vince McMahon got along very well. So I think Eric Bischoff's just a little bitch. But but Paul, strong dick.
right, strong dick.
All right, final note before commercial break. Guess who's back? Batista! So fucking hype.
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about this after the break. Like this week's Raw and SmackDown were unbelievable. Like, holy Hellraiser. Like, these were crazy.
But no one was expecting Batista to come back and beat the shit out of Ric Flair.
Do we want to
No.
talk about this now? Or do you
Yeah,
wanna talk
because
about it after the break?
after the break, there's like a really special one I want to talk about.
Okay, so yeah, unbelievable. This Raw. What in the hell?
I don't know.
I told you that's the bathroom.
This Raw
The
was.
pipes.
It's crazy. They WWE's like peaking early. Like you had Gargano against Ricochet, which is already like match of the year in January, and now you have maybe two moments of the year, which we'll get to one of the moments after
Yes.
the break. But you have two moments that I don't even know if they're going to be topped. So I just hope they're not shooting their load too early. But my God, I lost my mind. Everyone and their mother thought it was just going to be Becky. Everyone thought it was going to be Becky that comes out, hits Ric Flair, and we move on. And like I said, it would have been so predictable. Here's Becky again, but
We got the animal.
wow,
So nice.
so shocking. I did not see it coming.
Do I
at
have
all.
your attention now, Hunter? Just
You
like,
have
what
everyone's
the
attention.
fuck?
You have everyone's attention. What worries me just a little bit, just from the Ric Flair point of view, is we know what happened. They brought him into the dressing room. Batista's like, Rick, lay down. And Rick laid down, and they dragged him out. Rick's face was beat red, like he's been through a war. Like nothing happened to you.
Props to Rick. Props to Rick.
Props to Rick, but dude, you gotta lay down. Like, he was laying down.
You know what? He was probably doing push-ups or something in the room. Like he's just prepping.
There's no way that guy can do a push-up anymore.
Set up?
Maybe.
Maybe he was getting laid. We don't know.
Unbelievable moment. Unbelievable moment.
So,
I mean,
do we get Batista versus Ric Flair at WrestleMania?
no.
No, we're gonna get the guy that ripped his titty muscle across the floor. That's who we're getting. Okay.
Who's apparently 100% now.
Apparently.
That's fine.
I mean, I like it. Joe was talking to me about it. He would prefer if like the heel face dynamic was switched. I actually kind of like it this way because this was so much more shocking. Nobody saw
I
it
miss
coming.
face Triple H.
Nobody saw it. Well, the thing is with NXT, you can't just like be a dick on like the main WWE product, and then in NXT be like the awesome NXT dad.
Leo Rush?
Like,
Drake Maverick?
stop, please. I'm trying to like, okay. I'm trying to okay. Okay.
DIY?
Please stop. I'm trying to. Oh, okay. Are we good? Are we done? Are we done here?
I think he ran out of people.
Good.
I think
Are we done?
Yeah.
We quite done. So we can't just make Triple H like full. I'm still going. I don't give a shit. Strong dick segment here, and maintaining it. You can't just have Triple H be such a face in NXT and then be such a heel on the main card. This works out really well. It's very shocking, especially the first time. I was at WrestleMania 21 when they first fought,
Yes.
and Batista was all face, Triple H was all heel, Ric Flair was the heel. Like I like that they're switching it. I'm curious to see what they do, but I think it's definitely better with the shock and awe factor initially. Who saw heel Batista beating the hell out of Ric Flair? Not me. I didn't even know if he was going to show up. I figured if he was going to show up, it was going to be at the Rumble.
Yeah.
So I think it's amazing.
Yeah, I do my money in Batista coming back, but fucker, you didn't come back at the Rumble.
Right.
Yeah.
Similar
Little shit.
Similar with what happened on Smackdown, which we could get to after the break. So
Okay.
What happened with SmackDown?
no, we'll get there.
Oh, Matt Hardy.
You try to plug something to make people listen after.
We're back, guys. Jared went lip dick in the segment.
No, I didn't go limp dick. I maintained a strong wiener throughout this entire podcast.
All right, so he wanted to talk about other returns that happened. So
This podcast is brought to you by Strong Wieners. All right, so Matt Hardy came back along with Kevin Owens. Guys, put yourself together. Seriously, this is like a professional show. So Matt Hardy was. How long is this bump?
15 seconds.
That was a long bump. We gotta shorten that bump, guys.
It is a 15-second bump.
Yeah, that's a long bump. Anyways, so Matt Hardy and Kevin Owens both coming back on SmackDown. Very shocking. We already talked about Kevin Owens. I feel like they did this just because everyone thought they were going to come back at the Rumble, and we were like, nope, trolled. Going to go back on a regular episode of SmackDown. So,
Yay.
it was still cool. Matt Hardy looks really in shape, like better than when he first came back at Mania with Hardy. So with Jeff Hardy, not just Hardy.
Ed Hardy.
Right, Matt himself. His broken persona and his normal persona.
Ed Hardy.
So it's shut the hell up. So
Senor Benjamin. But yes, I think the thing is with Matt and Jeff, I think WWE reactivated their 1-year extension.
they did.
Because they were going to keep him and stuff. Because I think Matt Hardy would have left and probably went to like All Elite or
No, I didn't think
Impact or Ring of Honor.
No, I think he probably would have had a backstage role. I just
Or that.
Yeah, I really don't. Not everyone that leaves who just automatically goes to AEW, CJ.
Yeah, no.
Well, we could have gotten the
Unfortunately,
Young
that's not
Bucks
a thing
versus
that's
the
happening.
Hardys.
We're not. That would no.
Yes.
Every time it's crazy. Anytime there's like someone's not happy, AEW now. Like everyone is doing that. Everyone
It's
has
just
to
putting pressure, and that's the good part. It's just a lot of pressure.
But it's really not like WWE is like we're good. Like people want more pressure on WWE, but it's really not happening. It's
Yeah.
not. WWE is a conglomerate. No one's going to eclipse them. If AEW wants to eclipse them, they're going to need 10 years to do it.
Yes.
So like everyone needs to pump the brakes on like this is a real threat. Right now, it's nothing. It really is compared
It's
to
literally
WWE.
nothing.
Well, right, but even if it turns into something in a few months, they're like, all right, get out of here. Like
I mean-
they're just gonna flick it away, whether the product's good or not. WWE is so big. It's crazy how big WWE has grown since they thrashed WCW. You know, I mean, well, WCW also thrashed themselves, but that's neither here nor there.
Different story.
Yeah, right. So, you know, very, very good on returns. But we have something amazing to talk about. The highlight of this podcast, Roman Reigns is in remission.
Yes, Roman Reigns announced that he's in remission back on this episode of Monday Night Raw. He did get the reaction we all knew that he would get.
Yeah.
He is over. He is loved. You know, and the thing is, you can't boo a guy that beat cancer. You can, and he beat cancer twice. And congrats to you, Roman Reigns. I didn't realize how much we missed Roman Reigns until he was gone for that.
Yes.
What, 6 months?
4 months.
4
It was
months.
only 4
He
months.
did this in 4 months. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. I did not know what was going to happen when he came out. People thought maybe he was going to retire. No, people thought maybe he was just going to say it's going well.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It was like he had like John Cena healing powers. Like, it was crazy.
We missed you,
Crazy.
Roman. Holy shit! And it's crazy because you know now it looks like he's gonna be in WrestleMania.
Yep.
Probably against Baron Corbin.
I don't know if I'm curious to see if they give him a singles match.
Right off the
I don't know.
He's still in. Like, we have to remember.
Or-
it's
Like
not-
he's still technically like
It's
he
in his
still has
body.
to get those treatments.
It's in his body. Sir.
Yeah.
It's in his body. It's just it's going away. It's dying in his body. So
Well, judging by this past week, he did get physical. He did do a couple Superman
unbelievable.
punches, a spear.
when he came out, like, because like Dean was getting his ass kicked by what, like 5 people.
Good.
I'm just like, all right, someone's got to come out. Seth comes out, and in my head, I'm like, they're gonna bring Roman out, aren't we? His music hits. He starts doing the Superman punches. I'm like, all right, that's a punch. It's all contact on him. When he did that spear, I'm like, what? I couldn't believe he even was able to do that, because you saw he looked skinnier, of course, because obviously, yeah, you know, but unbelievable. It's just that's the only word I could think of. It's crazy what he's done.
It's looking like it's going to be Rollins and Reigns. The rumors here, it's Rollins and Reigns versus Corbin, Corbin, Elias, and McIntyre at Fastlane.
Yes,
It's going to be a handicap match.
And then the whole question is, will Ambrose come out? Won't Ambrose come out? Look, I'm still going off on saying this whole Ambrose thing is a work. Now more things have come
What?
out.
Why are you pointing at me for?
No, because you said the same thing beforehand.
Listen, I only said it because I was hearing things like Roman is apparently trying to talk Dean into staying.
I don't even think I think this thing was a work from the get-go.
Oh, see, that's different. I didn't think it was.
No, I think I mean, you could play back the other podcast. I've been adamant. I'm like, this whole thing's a work. When has WWE ever announced something like this so forward in some respect? And they didn't even say the old, future endeavors line.
Yeah.
And now there's rumors that Dean is booked for a bunch of shows in May. So
Yeah.
post WrestleMania, I think this whole thing's a work. I think this whole thing's crap. I really do. I think that they probably set this up. I think they might have known something about Roman. Like when did this officially come out? When Dean was quote like leaving? Do you have any idea?
I think it was January.
Right.
It was like it was right after the Rumble. I thought
I don't.
It was after the Rumble.
it was right after
the Rumble.
So I think that during that time, obviously Roman was in contact with WWE, and Roman was probably like, I think I'm gonna beat it. And they were probably like, okay, how are we gonna pull this out? We should definitely have a Shield thing going. Let's really try to plug the fact that it's not gonna happen.
Apparently, though, Roman actually knew that he hit remission, like, I want to say a week before. Not a week before, maybe like 2 weeks
Yeah, here are all the
before
rumors.
he actually made the announcement on that Raw. So
Yeah.
maybe like 2 weeks ahead, and then early the week before he told Vince.
Right. He I feel like he probably had a good idea of what was like happening once January hit, because it's only a month or whatever. He probably knew this is
January
I'm
29th.
kicking ass right now. Like I'm kicking his ass. So I that's really what I think is happening. I don't think Dean's leaving.
January 29th. That's when it was
So there you-
revealed.
so
So it was like
it's a
right
month.
after the Rumble.
So I don't see it happening. I just don't think Dean's gonna leave. I mean they're having him so blatantly buried.
It's a 50-50 shot. It's either he leaves or he doesn't. That's what it comes down to. If Roman can convince him to stay, he needs to get some insurances, because like Dean Ambrose, let's face it, he's stale. He hasn't been able to really work under the WWE machine since I'd say 2014. That's
Well, I think he's had some good moments in that. I think some of this is on WWE. I think some of it is also on him.
Yeah,
they,
it's
they
definitely-
created that Ambrose Rollins feud for the Intercontinental title, and the match was terrible. Whose fault is that?
No, I understand
You know?
that.
I think
But
it's, I think
everything
it's a
that
mix.
was everything building up to that, was it all great? Aside from the actual heel turn and maybe like a couple.
It was
weeks after
trash.
that?
I didn't even like
Because
the
they
heel
fucked
turn.
that up.
I didn't even like the heel turn.
didn't like the heel? I thought
You
you
remember
did.
when?
I do remember this.
You remember I talked about this on the podcast. I thought it was very I thought it was very forced. I didn't think it was necessary to just.
I remember you were saying that it was like you were scared
Yes.
more than excited.
Yes, I was very scared because I thought this was going to be all shock and awe initially, and then they would have no idea.
It
what to
piqued
do
your
after.
curiosity.
Yeah.
Right.
And like if they did it right, you would have said it was great. But
Right.
the heel turn, it was a shocking moment to be sure. But the weeks leading after, that decides whether it was a great heel turn or not.
And I didn't think it was gonna be. I thought WWE put all their
Eggs in one basket.
their chips in the fact that okay, here's a moment. Now what? And they just did not know what to do.
They knew what to do the next couple weeks, but then after that, they just decided, I'm a germaphobe now?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a shot in my ass.
Yeah, like you fucked it up.
yeah, it's
It could have gone so well.
Yeah, I think that I just don't see Dean leaving. I just don't think it's going to happen. I don't think there was ever. I think maybe at one point, like amidst the whole Rollins Ambrose feud sucking, the Ambrose was probably like, "This blows, guys. Like I can't just keep doing this." And WWE's like, "All right, let's reinvent this." And then I honest to God, that's really what I think is going to happen. I'm actually going to be surprised if he leaves.
I'm gonna be honest here. Roman coming back is like the biggest game changer
Yeah.
for WWE as a whole.
Yes.
Because this whole landscape is changing. You know, they got their locker room leader back. They have like a big time star back now. They could potentially use this big time star to keep another star. You know, Roman Reigns coming back has just been better for the product as a whole.
100%, 100%, and I think that it's just to me it's just so blatant. Like Roman makes the announcement, only Seth comes out. You know, like
Yeah.
It's not like Dean and Roman in real life are not like the best. They're all brothers. It's not like Seth and Roman is closer than Dean and Roman.
no.
They're all brothers. So WWE's making it seem like Dean and Roman are not as close.
No,
It's just- it's
that's
so
not really fair
blatant.
because Dean chose not to go out that night
Right.
Yeah.
because he was apparently really overcome with emotion backstage. So he's like, I'm not going out
I
there
thought
right
Dean
now.
didn't want to come out too because it wouldn't fit his character.
I think
That too.
Right, like I think this whole I think this whole thing is so blatant towards him staying. I just think it's so that's just really what I think.
What if it's more like he doesn't stay necessarily, but he leaves for a little bit and then comes back later on? Can you see that happening as well, just so this way he can breathe a little bit?
I feel like
Do you see that? Like he just, he doesn't sign with anyone, but he lets his contract expire for the next couple months, and he just leaves it be for a little bit, and then he comes back.
I
So like
just
take
want-
a break.
Yeah, like he'd take a break.
maybe, but it's just like why bury him? Why keep forcing all these burials on Raw? Why lose like before the
EC3.
Before,
True.
no, I was talking about the first McIntyre one, where McIntyre just Claymore kick out of nowhere, and that was the end of it. I think it's so forced right now, and I think Roman coming back and now hearing these May shows, I think has really like reinforced the point that I really think this is a work.
Yeah.
It's just me. It's I could see it's not like cut and dry. I don't if you tell me you think he's gonna leave, I don't think you're stupid. I think there's for sure a chance that he leaves. I just think from everything I see and just how big WWE guy Ambrose has been with the Shield and Rollins and Reigns.
He hasn't even been that big of a guy though. He's always been the number. He was supposed to be the number 1, but he's been number 3 ever since the Shield broke up.
And I think a lot of that's on him. I do. It's
Yeah.
just, I think a lot of it's on him. I think a lot of it's on WWE. I don't think WWE knows exactly what to do with him. They make him like sort of unhinged and sort of silly. I remember
Wacky Dean.
Right, like what was it? John Moxley, right? That
Yes.
was his name.
John Moxley was a
when he was out
predator.
of his mind, right? Exactly.
He was a predator.
exactly. So I think WWE doesn't know exactly what to do in that. Like that's WWE's fault. But then Dean, I think needs to because WWE can't go all crazy because it's a PG show, it's kids, So you gotta find a happy medium, and WWE is trying to book that happy medium, but it just doesn't seem like Dean can grasp
Yeah.
it. And I think this could be one of the last ditch effort to be like, all right, Dean, like we're trying to reshape everything here. let's see what we can do. So we'll see what
Just
happens.
stay away from the hokey shit. He don't like the hokey.
Do you see Roman Reigns going back into the title picture immediately after WrestleMania, or do you see it going into a SummerSlam?
Maybe not, right?
I don't even know if Brock's gonna lose to Rollins. Like,
At this point, because now,
All right, if Brock doesn't lose to Rollins, it's Brock versus Roman Reigns at SummerSlam.
which is, I don't know if I want that.
you don't know?
I don't think I
Who
want
wants
that.
Brock here anymore?
No one
Joe.
wants Brock.
I love
Joe.
No, yeah, Joe just wants it so you can keep ranting.
I don't think I've heard of Joe ranting. I'm kind of scared now that I'm thinking about it.
You just got to rewind back to the Saudi shows.
Oh.
Because Joe said to me before the Crown Jewels shit show, like, all right, Braun's gonna win, and I'm like, I might have said it on the podcast. I was like, just Brock's winning this. I'm like, Brock's going to win this. It's going to happen. We all need to stop hoping. Because Brock's going to win. And then he gets hit with about 88 F5s in a row with nothing else. And there it is. And Joe just couldn't handle it. He became unhinged. He became John Moxley.
Listen, it was a sad day, so I don't blame him.
Joe's been very upset ever since the whole Roman Reigns thing. He hasn't been himself.
Yeah, once Brock beat Roman at Mania, like he's
lost it. It's been a very different person.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you recognize him?
We're currently seeking help. That's why he's not here now. We didn't want to say this
he's taking a little bit of a breather right now.
Yeah,
the Roman Reigns coming back is way too much for him. You know, he overloaded himself.
Yeah, I actually saw him urinate himself. You know, he pissed his pants. He also shit his pants.
No strong dick at all.
Yeah, no strong, very limp dick. You know, he couldn't handle. You know, it was too much for him. So he's currently seeking help.
He's recovering. He should be back by next week, hopefully.
Yeah, it'll be okay.
You know, but we're gonna have to lower the mic too because he's gonna be screaming. We might not even have it at the library. That's the thing. We might actually next week might be our final podcast because of his emotion.
Well, we were thinking is we're going to be in the podcast, and then we're just going to stick Joe in a field with a microphone not plugged in, and he'll just think he's talking.
It'll be like a report, you know. You'll see it on YouTube. It'll be like breaking news,
we'll
and Joe will be in a crop circle.
We'll go live to Joe, and he'll just be like, Roman! Like,
thanks, Joe.
Like, all right, Joe, great. We're there for you, buddy. So, get better, Joe.
Get better, Joe.
We're here for you.
We're rooting for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, some of us are rooting for you. So,
if you don't come back, Alyssa's taking your spot.
Sweet.
Oh, and then Jimmy's gonna be out for a little bit. Last housekeeping,
Yeah.
He's got to work.
Yeah. Basically, Jimmy abandoned us. Joe
His contract's expiring.
Joe needs mental help. But don't worry, everyone. Me and CJ will carry this to the ground. But seriously.
As long as you have the champion, I will carry you guys on my backs.
God, I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that back.
The only way you were able to win was with Joe.
Yeah, right.
Damn.
It's like Bobby Lashley and Leo Rush.
Yeah, wait, so I was Leo? Well, I guess I'm the talkative one, but...
And
Joe's just the big one.
Right.
He just does the baby face. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Congratulations, Roman. We love having you back. Alyssa, thanks for coming in on the show.
Ow!
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's for Joe. That is for Joe. Until next time, Audio Marks.
Thank you, everyone, for staying tuned to our podcast. Special shout out to the Sachem Public Library for the continued use of their equipment and space. Continue supporting us by rating and subscribing through Patreon, Audio Boom, Stitcher, TuneIn, Castbox, Deezer, Radio Public, iHeartRadio, and the big three, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts at Marks for Life Podcast. Also, check out our YouTube channel, Marks for Life, for our podcast playlist and other content. Please follow us on our social media on Twitter at Marks for Life Pod, Instagram at Marks for Life Podcast, our Tumblr page, Marks for Life Podcast, and our Facebook page, Marks for Life Podcast. And email us at marksforlifepodcast@gmail.com for any comments, questions, or feedback. Until next time, Audio Marks.